What's up guys, Gemma here and back again for another video, and today it is all about the PlayStation Portable. This being my primary PSP, I'm going to talk to you guys about a game that I believe to be a hidden gem. We're going to take a closer look at that in just a short second, but before we do that, I've been doing a lot of giveaways recently and I'm going to be giving away something in this video. Take a look at this. It is Super Aleste unboxed with some channel cards, which I will sign, and I am giving that away. All you guys need to do is to share this video to Twitter using the hashtag TheGebs24. I will do a search on the hashtag. The more you share it, the more likely I will be to choose you to send it. I may do some runners-up stuff, I'll let you know, but I've been doing a lot of giveaways and I hope to do more in the future. So if you like this video, give it a share, and by sharing it, if you don't have Twitter, share it to Facebook and just send me a screenshot. So, like I said, we're going to be focusing on the PSP today. You may have played this. This little device has plenty of titles to keep us going for years to come, as well as its homebrew capabilities. But first, what is the PSP and why are we taking a look at it? Let's take a look.
The PlayStation Portable, or rather PSP, was launched in Japan in 2004 and later to the rest of the world in 2005. The PSP slid into a market that was dominated by Nintendo on the handheld front, what with the success of the Game Boy since the late 80s and pushing into the 90s, and at the time the Nintendo DS. The PSP really had a lot of work to do in order to solidify itself within the gaming world. Now gamers, I'm not here to ramble about the tech specs of the PSP, as I would much rather discuss it from a cultural influence rather than a technical one. It seemed to be an instant hit on release. What with compatibility with the PlayStation 2 and PlayStation 3, already highly loved and valued gaming consoles, the PSP was and still is loved by thousands of gamers. With a beautiful library of games from series like GTA, Metal Gear Solid and more, the PSP was forever becoming a classic within the handheld console range. Today, gamers still boast the PlayStation Portable's credibility in the homebrew world of emulation. Whilst this is not my cup of tea, I'd much rather use my PSP for original games, I can respect the usability and popularity of such a feature. Here we are gamers, in 2019, today, talking about the PSP still, but this time we're taking a look at a possible hidden gem, a game that I've been highly addicted to. That game is Innocent Life Futuristic Harvest Moon. Let's take a look.
So here it is, I'll show you some close-ups. This is what the case looks like. This is what you need to look out for. I myself picked this up in CX for a couple of quid on a retro game hunt I did. I think it was the last one I did actually. It may be linked in the cards if you want to go and check it out. So if you're struggling to get this from like a retro game market or your local retro game store, I would recommend that you check on CEX if you're in the UK, CEX's website. But if you're in the US, maybe you guys could share some tips in the comment section below as to where you may have seen this and where some people may be able to pick it up. So as I said there, I'm not too fussed about the homebrew side of things in terms of emulation. I specifically want this to play the original games, and we're going to be taking a look at that just now. So first of all, have you played this game? If you have played this game, let me know your thoughts and let me know. I want to know this in specific from you. Is this a game that you think you could quite easily fall in love with, as I have? Innocent Life, A Futuristic Harvest Moon. Here it is.
Before we dive into An Innocent Life, A Futuristic Harvest Moon, I want to ask you guys one thing. Have you played Stardew Valley? If not, then allow me to give you a brief overview. Stardew Valley is a farm simulation RPG. It is down to us to farm and harvest our own resources in order to build, grow and prosper. The game takes the form of a top-down 16-bit inspired style which looks beautiful. It is charming, it is addictive and it is extremely captivating, and for me Innocent Life is reminiscent of Stardew Valley. Now yes, I know Stardew Valley was released much later than Innocent Life, but I feel we must draw the similarities before we move on. Innocent Life, A Futuristic Harvest Moon takes place in 2022, not so far away by 2019 standards. It's set in the colourful and aesthetic world of Heartflame Island. Known as Harvest Moon Innocent Life in other regions, the game follows a robot boy who was created by Hope Grain. The game starts from the completion of the robot boy's development, and from there the game unfolds with tutorials which are predominantly based around learning to farm, interact and move around the world. Don't be put off by the slower pace of gameplay. Arguably for me, Stardew Valley was also slow at times. Innocent Life will move you forward, but you have to give it time. As with Stardew Valley, it's a top-down perspective that still looks crisp and fantastic by 2019 standards. The world is easy to navigate, menus can be accessed easily by pressing L and R respectively, so if you're jumping in, you won't have any trouble in picking up the controls. Now in terms of gameplay challenges, like I said earlier, the tutorial can be monotonous, and in the nature of transparency you may feel bored at times if there's nothing to do, but personally I found this to be the case with Stardew Valley and I still got totally sucked in. Anyway, in Innocent Life, seasons come and go and we must do our best to keep animals alive and generally keep things moving, which is what you would expect from this kind of simulation game. So in a nutshell, Innocent Life is charming, it's captivating, and it looks great, as I said, by 2019 standards. Fortunately, the PlayStation Portable has many games like this, and what I'm looking for in the comment section is for you guys to add some value and let us know which RPG or simulation games we should be trying out next. I'm showcasing this live right here with my cat Libby. She actually was completely engrossed in the game, bless her, and I'm looking forward to diving into this some more. Another great thing about Innocent Life is that it's really cheap. I managed to find this recently for just a couple of quid. So for me personally, I'm definitely feeling like I'm getting my money's worth with this title. So whoever you are, whether you're a Stardew Valley nut or a Harvest Moon uber fan, I think you guys will love Innocent Life. In terms of the PSP, long may it live, and here's to hoping that more hidden gem games are talked about right here on YouTube. Let's go back to the games room.
So there we go, guys. It is a grindy game nonetheless, just like Stardew Valley. I couldn't help but play this and feel the ripples of Stardew Valley, even though Stardew Valley, as I said, came out within the last couple of years. This came out in 2006, I believe, but I can't recommend it enough. And until I purchased it, it was a game that I'd never even heard of before. So that's what took me by surprise. I really like to, buy games that I've never heard of. A lot of people go in for the nostalgia and things they have childhood memories of playing. Me personally, I do a little bit of both. If I see it and I played it as a kid, I'll buy it. But if I've never heard of it and I've never played it before, you're always in for a surprise with things like this. So I think as a retro gaming hunting tip as a whole, don't be scared to branch out and buy those titles that you've never even heard of, because you may just get a nice surprise like this. So thank you very much for watching this video, guys. I hope you're having a great day as usual. Please leave a like and smack that subscribe button, and don't forget about the giveaway. I'm going to be picking a winner in 7 days time as I film this, and this goes out, it's the 7th of January. So on the 14th of January, you may be hearing from me on Twitter as to whether or not you'll be the lucky winner, or potentially some runners up. I'll see how many shares we get as to whether or not we do some runners up prizes. So there we go. My name is Gemma. Have a good one. I hope you guys are having a great day. I will see you soon.